August 24th, St. Joseph Calasanza, Confessor, founder, Cordbearer. The fact that he founded a new religious order, the so-called Piarists, did not prevent St. Joseph Calasanza from being at the same time a member of the Franciscan family, inasmuch as he was and remained a cordbearer of St. Francis. Born near Peralta, Spain, on September 11, 1556, he won a doctorate in law, but he gave up a worldly career and was ordained a priest in 1583. He devoted himself to pastoral work under the Bishop of Urgell and became the latter's vicar general. After making a journey to Rome, he undertook catechetical work. In 1597, he opened a free school and in a week had 100 pupils. In 1612, he started a society of priests who made it their principal aim to instruct youth in Christian doctrine. And in 1621, they became a religious order called Poor Clerics Regular of the Mother of God of the pious schools of Pieris, also Scolpoli. Soon it had some 500 members, but one newcomer was an ambitious man who gained the favor of the Holy See. False charges were made against the founder, and he was deposed. For 10 years, Father Joseph patiently bore the heavy cross that had fallen to his lot. But in the end, he was vindicated and restored to the superiorship of his order. He died in Rome on August 25th, and he was canonized in 1767. The congregation that he founded numbered 1,800 in 1977, and of these, about 70 members were in the United States. On instructing youth, St. Joseph Calasanza recognized what a misfortune it is not to have received the proper education in one's youth. Learning, of course, will not get us to heaven, and many parents undoubtedly provide their children with an expensive education from motives of vanity, rather than to make useful citizens of them. But far greater is the number of those who provide little or no education for their children in truly essential matters. Such parents bear the blame for the temporal and eternal misery of their children. Ignorance leaves many people helpless in life, as St. Joseph Calasanza says, vicious lives result from lack of Christian training. Do you have to accuse yourself of neglect in this matter? Consider how meritorious it is to be concerned about the education of youth. St. Joseph Calasanza, a cord-bearer of St. Francis, resigned his position as vicar general of a diocese in order to give instruction to underprivileged children. Although provision is made nowadays so that all children can receive an education, it is still possible to support and promote Christian education. Parents have the obligation to see to it that their children actually attend the classes and that they do the homework assigned to them. Others can share the merit of educators by taking an interest in the things the children are taught, by encouraging them to be diligent, by giving extra help to the backward, and by teaching the children useful things for which there is no time in school. To teach a child any useful act is to do him a greater service than to give him bread to eat or clothing to wear. Consider that the most valuable instruction that can be given to a child is instruction in the Christian religion. St. Chrysostom says, "Those who are concerned about providing their children with secular knowledge while neglecting to instill in them the fear of God will be the first to reap the fruits of their folly by raising forward in vicious children." It is said of Tobias, who had so much joy in his son, "From his infancy, he taught him to fear God and to abstain from all sin." How pleasing it is to Jesus to lead to him the children he so loved. For that purpose, St. Teresa always cheerfully interrupted her prayers to be of service to children, saying, "The greatest service we can render Jesus is to leave him out of love for the children." In so doing, we do not really leave Jesus at all. Rather, we render him a service, as he himself says, "He who shall receive one, such little child in my name, receives me." Help the children with their catechism lessons. Relate and read them stories from the lives of the saints, and above all, pray with them. Prayer of the Church. We beseech thee, O Lord, let thy people who are consecrated to thee advance in the spirit of pious devotion, that instructed by the sacred rites, they may abound in the higher gifts, the more pleasing they become in the sight of thy divine majesty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Joseph Calasanza. Pray.